Hey guys, welcome to another episode of One Unpleasant Podcast, the only podcast you can suck a D to. I am here with Ken,
Hey.
here with James,
What's up?
and I'm not here with Tim or Summer, but I am here with D'Amico.
Breathe heavily into Mike. Hi.
You might recognize him from hit videos such as Cards Against Originality, which nobody watched.
And that's it. That's the
Yeah,
only
that's,
video.
that's the only thing that's ever been on. But
Yeah,
aside from that, welcome. How you guys doing?
I'm pretty dope. I don't want to deal with people today, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Let me tell you about my problems.
Oh Lord,
James, how are you doing?
doing good. I'm going on YouTube.
Yeah? What are you looking up foot fetish videos like I told you to?
What the? No, no.
It's on there. I promise you it's on there.
It's there.
I also learned
No,
how
I'm
to
just looking up
assemble,
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs. There you go.
There's some
So he's gonna,
weird things on YouTube that I didn't know about.
dude.
Like, I would have assumed they would have been flagged, but no. Like, I learned how to assemble a sex swing.
Oh,
Yep.
what?
I learned how to draw things that. I know how to draw. I know how to draw sexual things that can be turned into non-sexual things, like how to make a bird look like a penis and vice versa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that
Lord.
video.
Yeah.
Learned that from Disney, didn't you?
The Little Mermaid. Anyway, Miko,
So
how are
many
you?
penises. Oh, I'm fine. I was on Omegle and I searched Republicans and I was asked them. So how about that gay marriage?
That is the only acceptable question to ask.
Oh boy.
Wonderful. All right, so let's dive right on in to our first topic: video game stereotypes. Ken,
All right. Well, as most of our fans know, I'm a
Our
diehard
fans. That's funny.
I'm a diehard Pokemon fan. All right, like literally, I spend hours. Like you'll come to my house and be like, "Hey, can Kendrick come out to play?" He's like, "Nah, he's playing Pokemon right now, and we don't." And he's getting all competitive. You don't want to touch him during this. And my brain is literally processing numbers and whatnot. But anyway, there's an issue that I've had with Pokemon. Well, the people that assume Pokemon of such things pisses me off. It really does. Like two things is the Nicki Minasty thing, but Jinx, how she was originally had a black face, and I never seen anything wrong with it. Okay, and I knew about racism for a long time. Going to a racist school and whatnot, and then everybody having a fit. It's like, oh yeah, they're basing it off black people. I'm like, who? What are you? Some kind of narcissist? What are you, black people? Just like a group of narcissists that think everything has to be about you and it's racist? No. Okay. And so eventually they turned her face purple. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's still kind of it's a sign that how much I dislike how people assume things of such. And then the other thing is when people assume, oh yeah, they base Jinx off Nicki Minaj. I'm like, look, whore. Let me tell you something. This is a first gen Pokemon. You know what a first gen mean? 1996, 97. You dumb fuck. All right? Nicki Minaj didn't exist yet. All right? I want you to understand that. And then, like, I pull out my Pokedex and, like, spit slap them with it. And I'm like, look, I'm not even going to say that word again because I felt disgusted saying that word. But I felt like it was necessary for you. All right?
but you have no problem saying whore.
No, not at all.
What the?
No problems at all.
It's like, no, why would I?
Anyway, I won't delve any deeper. That's my little rant on that.
But yeah, video game stereotypes. Like, do you mean characters?
Like characters, like how how even though this stereotype is more so true than the Pokemon thing, you know how people are like, oh yeah, you play Call of Duty, you must be a fat fuck that sits in your room all day and don't do nothing.
But I do! There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm hurting the internet by putting this up, but that's about it.
But yeah, that's a stereotype right there.
So you don't mean like like the characters in the video game that play
No,
it
I
to a
mean-
stereotype.
There's that too. Like Mario, for example. An Italian plumber that was made by Japanese people that speak English jumps like a black man and collects coins like a Jew. Mario's not racist.
No, he's everything. That's what he's fucking is.
It wasn't racist till you put Jew there. Everything there was negative, or wasn't negative until you got there.
Well, I mean,
Or it
it's-
depends on how you see it.
I see like Jewish people. I could like I can't like you can be born into Judaism. I believe I believe
that's
that's
how
the
you say
religion. Okay, you can be born into Judaism and your family can be Jewish and whatnot. And I'm like, and most people would like it's still considered religious, but it's like also it's like a race almost, and it's how I see Judaism. It's just like it's in that boundary between religion and race.
I'm gonna stop you right there before.
And
it
plus,
gets
they all
any
fucking
worse.
look the same.
Okay, I'm gonna get going before it gets any worse.
They all have beards, for God's sakes. You look at them and like, who the fuck is this guy?
You're just like they don't. They all have large noses.
They all have large
Lord,
noses.
oh, Lord.
We're going to hell. It's official.
Dude, we been going to hell.
No,
I know,
okay,
I
before
know.
we started this podcast, these two were like, "Hey, let's offend some people." Good job. Good job.
Yay!
You
I
it.
did it. I did it. I
We
did it.
succeeded.
Oh my
succeeded.
God.
Dumbass.
Given word to the name One Unpleasant Podcast.
Exactly, Kevin.
Making us proud.
Kevin or Kendrick in the future. Put a check mark for offending Jewish people. Or, yeah, offending the Jewish. Put a check mark there.
Okay, who's next?
Anybody got any video game stereotypes they like to complain about?
Video game stereotypes.
Yeah.
You know, I think I got one. So, I would usually play Call of Duty only on my spare time because I would be bored and I got nothing else to do. If I'm not drawing, then I'm playing the game. So, I was playing Call of Duty, and I ran into this most stereotypical black guy, and he was pissed out of all, like, the dude had no idea what to do in the game. He showed up, he started asking questions. Hey, what L3 through? I'm like, nigga, push it and you'll find out. So he's running through the game, and every game we play, he dies, and he has, like, what's his kill death ratio? 0 kills.
This is 0
One is-
kills per second.
One assist, and about 16 deaths.
That's a nice ratio. That's better than me.
So,
Groups.
so I was
3
like,
kills.
I got off the
deaths.
game. I got off the game. And I'm like, why do I always run into these stereotypical black guys that has no idea what the fuck they're doing? And then I realized they're doing this shit on purpose. They're doing this shit just to make people laugh or just to be an asshole. Like, there's people that play competitively, and they get pissed when they find out that someone's acting like this. Can you remember that one video I sent you?
I hate that so much.
Can you remember that one video I sent you? The one about
Jerome.
drone?
Yeah.
It was pretty much like that. They just go in to fuck with people.
You know, that's so true. I would do, like, if I ever had Call of Duty, I would never play it seriously. I would always
Yeah.
go in to fuck people. Excuse me. I'll always go in to fuck people. I mean, go fuck with people.
You don't say. RPG using shotgun and search and destroy using piece of poop.
I don't use the shotgun.
You still use
I
the
hate
RPG.
Okay.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I stopped using the RPG. Okay, for you, Kevin. I did this for you. You and me. Okay, I'm gonna start saying famous last words quotes anyway. But I have another stereotype: girl gamers. Now we have
Oh,
no
yeah.
females here. Summer. Excuse me, I had to cough.
She's getting her internet fixed.
I know,
I'm saying
but
that
she's
for
being.
the crowd. I'm not just
Yeah.
talking to you, Keen.
I know. But she's being kind of. Anyway, I'll speak for her. Girl gamers, I think, have it harder than guy gamers.
Well, yeah.
You're
Absolutely.
surrounded by them.
Okay. So, like, let's say again with the Call of Duty analogy, we're sitting here like playing some Call of Duty. It's me, Miko, and Kevin, and all of a sudden the girl comes on. Now, me, I'd be like, "Oh, cool, a chick's playing. That's cool." Slave to a Booty. I think we were a chick. Was a chick.
Nope.
Was it? No.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it was. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so we were just cool with that. Anyway, but I've seen it multiple times before. Not from first-hand experience. I'd be playing a game, and the mic will be on, and then the girl will get on, and then like everybody will stop playing the game seriously. Like I know it's like a girl comes on, they're like, oh yeah, she's weak. Oh yeah, she needs our caring and whatnot. I'm like, look, she's playing the game with us to play the game, you dumb fuck. All right, she's trying to enjoy the game, not be given hand baskets and walking through the minefields and shit.
On the flip side, they do get harassed too.
Yeah. Hey, it's kind of different when you get on when there's like a girl gamer on Grand Theft Auto 5, because when that shit happens, literally all you see is red dots moving towards the girl gamer, and I noticed because I had a friend of mine, my cousin Imani. My cousin Imani, she's a girl, and one time we was just chilling. I was driving in my little bitty Cadillac, and we was just going, and she had her mic on, but she didn't say anything until now. She's like, "Hey, Miko." I said, "What?" And instantly, all you hear is like, "Hey, man, are you a girl?" I'm like, "God damn it."
And so all of a sudden you see all these like cars just start flocking to him and like hitting him out of nowhere and whatnot, trying to get.
You have no idea what this one dude did. He was at the military base. He was still in a jet, and his original plan, because I know this guy, his original plan was to go and kill this one guy that's been shooting him over and over. But when he heard the girl gamer, when he heard my cousin, he instantly flew over me, turned around, shot a missile at me, and tried to ram me and her at the same time, while all saying, "There's no brakes on the rape train."
Yeah.
I lost my
Yeah,
dick.
That's GTA 5 in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. But like,
That is stupid.
the one part that bothers me the most is when guys are online and they start like hitting on her, and I'm like, are you seriously trying to hit on this chick?
Are you
That's
retarded?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, that's if I don't know what thirsty is, and that's the greatest example of it is there it is right there.
You gotta think about the logic. Like, how the fuck is she gonna get to your house? Or you just expecting to blow drop through the game system?
It's like first of all, they probably get turned on by a girl's voice.
Pretty much.
Right there.
You should come pick me up, and because I don't have gas, but
I don't have a car or a job because I'm, a gamer. And
I got $10. We can go McDonald's or something.
And besides, like, they don't even know what she looked like.
Exactly. There's that thing. But I have met a few hot gamer girls in my days.
Good for you, Ken.
Yeah.
Those are the strange
And how,
kind.
I'm pretty sure they left the second they saw you again.
Oh, that's cold-hearted.
Next topic. Encounters of the strange kind. Tell me about some of these strange encounters y'all have had. Y'all.
Y'all go first. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy.
I think
Internet,
me and
real
Dylan
life, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, me and Dylan. Actually, no. I got one that me and Ken seen. Well, everyone's seen at this. The weird damn picture with Batman and Pikachu. Fuck that shit, man.
Well, now I gotta go find it and put it here. Okay, you guys keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but,
anyway, I found it first of all.
Yeah, you found it first, and then you showed me. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It was trippy as hell. Anyway, I was on Facebook, right? And then Miko can take it from wherever he's at, from his perspective. So I'm just scrolling, and I'm like following these people called the Pokemon whatever game, so I can get like trades and whatnot because diehard Pokemon fan.
Good for you.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting here and I'm just scrolling through it, and like this person that was in the group put up this picture, and I just see. At first, I was just scrolling, and I was slide scrolling, like just moving it up fast and just go through the news and whatnot. And all of a sudden, I see this picture, and I stop. I'm like, and I scroll back up a little bit, and it says, "What are you looking at?" Keep scrolling. I'm like, what? Huh?
Wait, I had it for a second. Where is it? Okay, don't tell me.
And I'm over here like, I'm over here about to like, thinking I'm gonna vomit, but don't know if I should vomit. I don't know how to feel, and so I'm like,
I'll just
and
put
so I
that
send
right
it to
there.
then I send it to the Tiki Lodge, and so everyone else can like experience this moment with me.
I'll just leave that there for the duration of this podcast.
And I think that was before I was on the Tiki Lodge. Was it? Was it before then, or
No,
was it
you
like,
were in the Tiki Lodge.
You were well into
I just
it.
probably missed it for all I know. God damn it. Yeah.
But I sent it anyway. So like everyone who saw it was like flipping shit.
Right. It's just you don't know what to feel when you're looking at it. You're like, should I feel disgusted? Should I feel turned on? I don't know.
And it's just like,
what the
first
fuck
of all,
is this?
the thing that's tripping me off the most is Pikachu has boobs.
Oh,
Then
Lord.
Batman standing over, like, what?
Like, is he gonna eat her? Like, is he gonna like not even that kind of eat her? Just eat her in general.
You just
Really?
don't know.
That's what you think? I think motorboat.
Look scared. Like, okay, let's analyze this. Okay, Pikachu doesn't look scared, so you don't think Batman's gonna hurt her, I guess, because now it has boobies.
Those could be
But-
man boobs.
They could sure as hell be man boobs.
Leave it at we're just gonna leave it at she at the moment. He said, and Batman is standing over her, and he's giving you this cartoon serious face.
Derpy serious face. Like it's just like two dots in a
Does he even
straight
have
line.
eyebrows? Does he even have
No,
eyebrows?
he doesn't fucking have eyebrows.
His eyes are
That's what makes
smooth.
You just think, what is Batman about to do to her, or is Pikachu about to do something to him? I don't know.
But the thing is, they're both looking at you, so you're like,
You walked into the room. It's like you walk into the room at the weirdest time. It's like watching your parents have sex. You just walked into the room like, oh my god, and they give you.
And you're just like, you don't show any this face of disgust. You're just like,
just. It's like walking into your parents' room and they're in the weirdest fucking position. You're like, you don't feel disgusted. You're just like, how did you do that?
or you're just like, huh, that's that okay. And the thing is, you think about it forever.
It stays in your mind. There's no other fucking thing in your mind but that.
Yeah. All right. Enough about this because I'm starting to trip balls a little bit. Seeing, I'm thinking about it. Oh
It's
my
like
god, what?
Jesus.
Gee, yeah. Okay. I got a funny story for you, and y'all already know it, but I want to share this with the public. Okay, so in my spare time when I'm single and whatnot, I get bored and I go on. Yes, I actually don't do that often as most.
That's good.
Yeah, I have like a 3-day span. Anyway,
You hear that,
So
ladies? He's single. So if you're in between the ages of 69 and 80 in a retirement home somewhere in O'Fallon, Illinois, you hit him up.
Look,
Oh, Lord.
I'm not letting you guys know my relationship status. You're just giving people out like that. That's just fucked up.
I'm a broom.
I mean, he. Oh god. Oh, and but anyway, yes. At least he doesn't know my number, so you can't just like by heart. So you can't just be like shooting that out. Anyway,
So,
I got my phone right here.
don't,
You, Kevin.
don't. Yeah. Then it's gonna be a war because then I'm gonna start throwing out names too. Anyway, so what had happened was I got bored and I went on Omegle and I was just like, hey, you want to sext or something like that because I get bored and I don't do it hellas anyway. And so like
Good
this
alibi.
chick's like, yeah, thank you. And so this chick was like, it's a chick by the way, so it's not like I'm tripping balls and shit. And this is on Omegle. And so she's like, yeah, sure, but I'm at work. And I'm like, okay, whatever, fine, whatever, I don't care. And so what I had to do was I had to put on like basically a sex show for her, right? But it wasn't it wasn't that bad, okay? It wasn't that bad for a little bit. I was like, okay, this is something I'm not comfortable with, but whatever, shit, I don't know, just keep doing what you're doing. And then she's like, so when's the last time you shit and pissed? And I was like,
Uh,
About like 4 hours ago, she's like, "Yeah, let me know when you do that." Why? She's
And
like, "I
that's
want to
when you
see."
acted up.
And she's like, "I want to see you pee. I'm so obsessed with your." I'm like, okay.
that's the that's the part when you're
All
like
right.
that's the part where you're gonna be
Splatline.
like, I need an adult.
Exactly. So I'm sitting here and I'm just trying to get rid. I'm just trying to. She keeps talking to me though, and I'm trying to get rid of her because I'm just like, no, nope. This is weird. This is weird. So after I seemingly managed to get away from her, I delete my Snapchat. All right, this is all just happened through Snapchat, by the way. I delete my Snapchat, and I swore to never go on Omegle for anything for that situation ever again. I'll go on there to make fun of Republicans. I'll go on there for everything, but never for that ever again. Because I forgot internet is a scary place.
How do you
Internet is
forget?
very
God damn
scary.
it.
Exactly, it's the internet.
It's just
There's no
like
way forgetting. It reminds you. Fucking
that was a
Batman
way it
Pikachu.
reminded me. Okay, you know.
Hmm.
So I learned my lesson, and so now my Snapchat is still deleted to this day. So yeah, I know people got some fetishes, and I'm cool with them. But if you want me to act out some trippy fetish, I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it. Just not. Nope.
No. No. No.
That was my strange encounter for the week.
Oh, I got one for you. Okay. This is actually when I was we was back when I was chilling at Dylan's house, and it was just me and him this time. Damon couldn't come. So we went to the woods and we're just searching around, being bored as fuck. So he separates from me. He says, I gotta go find this one thing. He doesn't tell me what it is, but he says he's going to find it. I'm like, fine, whatever. I go wandering off to a different direction. And apparently it's a direction that he never decided to go. So I almost ended up falling down this big ass cliff. And I look over. I look down. I'm like, what the fuck is that down there? And it looked up at me. So I didn't know what animal it was, but it had really red glowing eyes. And I was looking at it
oh
like,
Lord.
I'm looking at it, and it looked like a fucking cartoon thing, like it was about to jump out and kill me. I'm like, yeah, that's probably a nope. So I got back up. And I was about to turn around and walk off. And as soon as I took the first step, there was a good old rock chilling right underneath my foot. And he said, nah, bruh, you gonna meet him. So I tripped on that rock. I fell downwards. And I fell down in that little bitty fucking cliff. And then I landed near this fucking bush, but I didn't land in the bush. I landed on rocks. That fucking hurt. So I got up and I saw the red glowing eyes, and they slowly turned towards me, and I jumped in the bushes. I fucking hid in those bushes. I looked outwards, and I saw him. He was giving me the biggest fucking stare. He was ready, and all I heard was, "You ready to die tonight?" I said, "Nope," and I just fucking turned straight around, darted. I darted up that fucking cliff. You never seen a man climb faster. I looked like I was climbing a Mount Everest. I was gone. I jumped up that bitch. I instantly ran, and I instantly ran into Dylan like 5 seconds later. Dylan looks at me. He sees that the ghost has been scared out of my ass.
That's hilarious. You should go to East Alton on Halloween. You'll see some scary shit like that all the time. That's glorious.
James, you got one?
Shit. All I have to say is hot or not. I've been through some strange encounters in that app.
You know,
That's all I have to say.
there's two kinds of people on the sites like that. You got people who take it seriously and are usually seeking attention. Or you got the people like us that just kind of like to dick around. Like, me and Miko were thinking about going on Farmers Only.
So my phone hates me. I was telling the story and it disconnected.
Wow, you weren't done. You weren't done with your story. We were kind of. I thought you were just done.
I was done, but it disconnected me after I got done. So I didn't hear your replies or anything. It just said, okay, he's done. Click.
Well, we were talking how much dick you were sucking, so it's okay.
Talking about fuck you. Bitch, I'm single, free, and independent woman.
And black.
And, wait, that's my thing. How dare you? I'm a black independent woman, single independent woman.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a free black independent woman who don't need no man.
Hey, he's Kevin. Back me up. That is my thing.
Can
I don't
you
know what you're
not
talking about.
both
That was
be
my thing, man.
black independent women? Is that
We
not a
we
thing? Is there a title?
okay. Anyway, so yeah, continue what you were saying, Kevin.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. It was just talk of me and Miko wanting to go on farmersonly.com, but the only thing stopping us is that there are probably people on that site that are genuine.
That actually want to find another farmer.
Yeah, and then when a poor, impressionable, lonely woman stumbles across Carlos Danger, and she just can't help herself. She is so taken by this man, and then finds out it's two kids just screwing around.
Oh my god, we just can't do that to somebody. We just can't. That's
Yeah.
hypocrisy.
At least we haven't hit that low. We haven't hit that low yet.
No. Well,
I mean,
there
illegal-
is.
You can talk about stereotypical Jews, but heaven forbid,
that we mess with some farmer's love life.
Well, it's not as bad as what I wanted to do. Me and Tim, we wanted to go on Christian singles and
God.
put in Satan shit.
Oh god.
Oh god, yeah.
I would figure that they get enough of that shit already.
That's probably up the wazoo.
That should be kind of like a new pickup line. He's like, "Hey, girl, you got a Christian single?" That'd be fantastic. Anyway, first time any of you broke the law.
Whew.
Ken, I know you've done some trespassing in your life.
Actually, I've done plenty of trespassing.
Oh
boy. I done a bunch of stuff actually. My jolly, demeanor, I'm positive, happy-go-lucky, but back then I was a pretty fucked up kid, Not drugs fucked up, but
Give me your
go
lunch
steal.
money.
Yeah.
Give me your lunch money, kid.
Kid,
No,
I'm
not
older
like
than
that. I was horribly bullied. So it wasn't like that. Yeah, I was that kid that never really talked, but always I was a klepto. So that was my issue back then. I always steal, and a lot of times I don't even keep it. I just return. I either steal to steal, or I steal to give away, or I steal to put back. I steal things and then come back 2 days later and put it back.
I was just borrowing this. Just borrowing this pack of gum.
I owe you. And it's like a guy's crutch.
And then I always got in a lot of fights. That was a thing.
I can see that.
What?
I can. Before I couldn't see you getting into a lot of fights, but now I can.
Of course, Kevin. Of course. We all know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, go on.
He was just like, that one day, man. Before that, I just couldn't see it. Now it makes sense.
Hey, now I want to know about this because I was not there, of course.
It's got all this pitted rage.
I mean,
oh yes, same here. I think me and Ken are kind of almost the same person in a way. We have pretty much a lot of the same experience.
Well, this is, I still technically broke the law, but Kevin, shall I explain the story so you can, explain why you could see me now, or is there some other reason?
I feel like we've said this story before on the podcast, but yeah, go ahead.
I feel like we have, somewhere deep in the depths of the podcast.
Just say the damn story.
But we should reiterate it because, it's well worth the time.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've been having issues with this particular person. We're not going to say names. I mean, we hate him, but we're not that cruel. Anyway, we've been having issues with this particular person for months on end, and we had to go to school with this douchebag, right? And we just got tired of it. So I was walking the hallways, right, and I was just doing my own thing, had my tunes in, I was just jamming. Tim was behind me, right? So I'm just jamming and whatnot, and I ran into this particular person by accident. I was like, and I didn't even care because it's school, and you run into people all the time. People literally knock you over with their book bags. And so I was like, I look back and I see who it is, and I'm just like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I don't like the kid, right? And so I go see my bud over there. I'm like, hey, what's up, girl? And I was talking to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this person, he's like, oh, dude, what the hell is your problem? I looked to him and I was like, excuse me, what did you say to me? And he's like, what the fuck is your problem? And he grabs my shirt and he rips my shirt. First of all, I like this shirt, by the way.
And the
he ripped
necklace.
my crosses. Yeah, he ripped my crosses. I love my crosses, okay?
You mess with Jesus? You get the horns, man.
Exactly. He's like, you mess with my... I got 3... And so, you know what I did? I was like, you know what? I'm fed up with your shit. I picked him up. And literally, we were like 15 feet away from the nearest locker. I picked him up and carried him to the other locker. And I slammed him against the locker twice. But the thing that was the funniest part, even though my face was stone cold the entire time, but like his face went from like, I'm going to kick your ass to like, what the fuck I done? God save me. And like the people that were behind me saw that same reaction and they were losing their shit. But the people that saw me on the other side was like, oh God, this kid is going to get murdered. So if you were behind me, you were losing your shit. If you were in front of me, you're praying for this kid's life.
I heard the stories of the people that were there, and all they were saying is that they couldn't breathe.
And so like I was about to punch him right in the face, like, but Tim was there and he pulled him back away from the fist.
For Ken's sake.
For my sake, because if I would have punched him in the face, I would have went to jail. I didn't go to jail, but I still technically broke the law. But I hit the locker instead, and I destroyed that locker, by the way.
That locker has like 3 dents in it. At least an inch deep.
And it's just like...
He would have been destroyed.
Yeah. Like his face, I would have broke his jaw, more than likely. Knocked out a couple teeth. But then the thing that they tried to like get me on, like, oh yeah, you scathed him with his pinky. And it's like, and he had like apparently a big black bruise of my pinky scathe. But if it happened...
That's not something you want to say in public.
Exactly.
This kid bruised me with his pinky.
And that's dude, it's like, if it did happen, that means, A, you just dodged a torpedo. If my pinky just scathed you and gave you a big-ass bruise like that. And 2, that means you're pathetic.
Yeah, like, this kid honestly deserved whatever he got.
And also, he was, in height-wise, he was bigger than me.
Yeah, he's taller.
So...
Yeah, nobody liked this kid. And he never bugged us again.
Nope.
And we never saw him again.
And like when I came back though, people were like cheering me. Like people were like, "Oh my god!" Like people I didn't even know. Like I'd be sitting there having a conversation with like Wit or whatever, and like dude, somebody come up and be like, "High five me, bro." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure." He's like, "Good job, man." I'm like, "Thanks."
I guess everyone hated him.
You have no idea. But yeah, that's the time I broke the law, and like. My dad wasn't particularly mad at me. He was like, dude, Ken, you did what you have to do. My mom was on the other side. She was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Kendrick? But I was like, Ma, he deserved it.
The whole school could have backed you up on that argument.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you had like kids that tried to defend him and were like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. But they were few and far in between. Anyway, anybody else have a story?
Okay, well, I never broke the law. Well, actually, I probably did. Like trespassing, I did a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it a law nowadays. Just everyone walks past everyone's fucking place.
Breaking the law.
But
Jaywalking! I jaywalked a lot, okay? I just had to put that out there.
I
But,
live a life of crime.
oh, for fuck's sake. But whenever I was with my friend, I'm not gonna say his or her name because, problems.
It was a broom.
Protection.
Whenever I was around this person, we always ended up doing something stupid. And this person always liked to do a certain thing with a certain store.
Were they
all-
though?
No. Whenever we went to the store, they would go to the store, and the only reason they would do this is because apparently this guy, they hated this cashier guy. See, not only was the dude racist, but he didn't care what anyone think, and he was lazy as fuck. And whenever I never saw the guy, I never did because apparently he was always in the back, but he only came out when they was out. But whenever I was there, I guess he never just showed up or he was always off. So they tell me, they say, okay, the reason we steal from this store is because it's on his watch. And whoever watch it is, it's their job to make sure nothing gets stolen from the store. So if he has people steal from the store and he doesn't see it, and it happens constantly, he will get fired. So we went in the store. And the funny part is not how he stole it. It's what he stole. And in the place that he put it in. So I'm over there. I say, I'm gonna go buy me a drink. They say, all right. They walk over there to this one aisle and they wait for the cashier to like start looking at me because I already got my drink and I went up there to pay for it. And I turn my head and all I see is this dude. He took 3 Slim Jims. 3 Slim Jims. I mean the tall ones. Goddamn, the tall. And it was like on the top rank. It was like on the top rack too. So he reached up there and no one saw him pull out 3 long ass Slim Jims and shove it down his shorts. He didn't even have pants. He had shorts. So the nigga he just shoved it in his underwear and put his shirt over it. And I was literally the cashier was too focused on getting the cash out the thing. And I was looking back at him and me and him made eye contact and he just almost died of laughter because he was like, oh, my bad. Didn't know you didn't see me. We walked out the store. When we walked out the store, we was walking down the street. I said, so how the hell did you steal 3 Slim Jims, my nigga? And he just pulls them out casually too and hands me 2 of them. I'm like, you expect me to eat this? This shit was in your fucking shorts. And he tells me, oh no, bro, I kept it outside the underwear. Don't worry. I'm like, I still don't trust you.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Did he ever get fired?
Yeah, the dude got fired because we never saw him again.
Perfect.
Oh, God. Oh, that was perfect.
Shall we move on, or anybody else have another story?
I got nothing for real. The only thing that is close to it is like when me and Dylan jumped the train. That's it.
I was gonna say that. I was going to say that. Don't you ever do that again. Scared me.
What, you jump in front of a train when it was coming?
Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. You niggas could have died.
Like, one false move and you're dead.
No kidding, because Dylan technically put both of us in the danger of a train.
Dylan's a good influence. Isn't that right, Nico?
Yes.
Hold on, Ken, did you jump the train?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was scary. Like, I would love to tell the story. Or I could say it quickly. What happened was we were coming from Hardee's and we were chilling, and Dylan was like, do you hear that? And I'm like, what? And he sprints off. And so I chase, and I'm like trying to catch up with him. And I have like soda and like the loose stuff in my hands. And so we're trying to get to and I hear the train for the first time, and we're running. And like literally, the moment we passed the train, the moment I passed the train just went, pew! Like literally a split second after I jumped it. And I was like, you scared the fuck out of me, bruh. And it's like, sorry, I just had to react. I'm like,
it's a train! That's what I would have done.
I would have been like, nigga, you could have waited for it to go past.
But it was funny. It was still funny.
Just so you know, I chose to do it. I
didn't, okay?
He chose to jump in front of it before it came. Ken, however, had no other choice. He jumped it, and that bitch came flying by.
Like, I could have lost my great ass that way, okay?
Your firm ass.
You would have had to have been... How should I say this, Ken? They would have given you the iron butt.
Could have got some ass surgery on that.
But I like my natural. Anyway.
Yeah, we need to move on. So, social media. Is this a good thing, or is this a bad thing?
I mean, it
Let's
could be
start the
both.
discussion. James, what do you mean by both?
Like in a good way, I mean, that way it could like increase your social health or whatever you call it. And in a bad way, like you never know, you could run into people that will just randomly like dish you and whatever, and it might bring your self-esteem down and stuff.
Oh, I
Well,
don't disagree with that.
but when it comes to social media, there's literally two things you have to worry about, and then there's two things you can be happy about. Two things you got to worry about is assholes and people that can hack you. The
Yeah.
two things you can be happy about.
Kendrick.
Damn it, Kendrick. And the two things you can be happy about is being noticed and being able to share your information with the world. How the internet puts all this to shit is that the hackers have a better way to get to you, and your shit that you put for the whole world to know can be plastered everywhere. It can be taken away from you within that of a second. That much, just quick.
Oh, here's another bad thing is like, when we're in a relationship and you taking a picture with another person that happens to be an opposite gender, and the person that you're with is that crazy jealous, or somehow is on your case about that stuff, even though you guys are just friends.
Those usually
Tell me, dude. Tell me about it. I could understand. And the thing is, I don't post for that reason exactly. Because I had a friend that was essentially was in love with me, but I never dated her. And I feared for the fact that if I ever, let's say, put up a picture of me and Mina, then she would like, who the f is this girl? I'm like, my GF. And she'd be like, but you were supposed to date me. I'm like, look, we're friends. Deal with it. Like, she was on my case about everything. Like, I look, I don't text people. I rarely text people, okay? Like, I rarely even text Kevin. Like, if it's podcast stuff or it's just something really silly and I feel it's necessary to tell Kevin, I will. But then after that, that's it. But then it's like, I don't text her because she's not in the front of my mind. All right.
So yeah, it opens up a whole new realm of
Danger.
and being social, I guess. So on a positive side, it does make the world more connected. But there's the flip side to that, and I think that's a common theme with social media. For every pro, there seems to be another con.
Mhm.
So because the world is so connected, you have room for dialogue. Now, dialogue is super important when discussing world issues. But when you have people that don't know how... So, for example, and it was a simple post about Aquaman. I think somebody said... Ah, crap. It was something about Aquaman versus Batman or something like that. Somebody said Batman was better, and they gave a good reason for it. And so the next person, without even thinking, a minute later says, go kill yourself. Now, it's... Okay. It's funny. I'll admit, it's kind of funny. Because it's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And obnoxious.
And we're terrible people.
And then this guy doesn't even, like, rather than ignore, he goes back, because he's got to protect his honor on the internet, immediately resorts to him having a small d. And it just snowballs from there, and it gets worse and worse and worse. And I'm just like, this is a conversation about Aquaman. If you guys can't have a civilized conversation, there's no hope for you. There really isn't. And you see this over and over in other places, some more serious than this. So, honestly, I don't think social media is I don't think it's as good a thing as people make it out to be.
Right. And there's that, like, when you was talking about how they was arguing over there, people try to protect their honor over internet, and even though there's no honor on the internet, it's the internet.
It
It's
really
full
is.
of crazy, stupid shit. Like,
Why
you
do
shouldn't
people
be
gotta
on
say
there.
mean things on the internet?
Yeah, just... Anything you say on the internet will be wasted there.
and used against you too. And
Exactly.
it's the thing is, smart people cannot win on the internet because it's filled with the brim like with dumbasses. If you say
Mhm.
something that is legitimate and has good proof, it doesn't matter because every dumbass will say, "No, you're wrong because this says, or my friend said, or it doesn't matter." Because everyone on the internet is either an asshole, a complete idiot, or they don't give a fuck. They want to mess with everyone.
Like
So
us
that's why,
on like Call of Duty, we just don't give a fuck.
yeah, we just don't give a fuck. But we do that for a good reason. So we don't have to deal with the other assholes. The people that don't give a fuck, they don't say shit. I
Exactly.
applaud them for that. Because they don't say shit. You don't say nothing, you're not in the problem. Good job. But
So on
everyone else,
that note of like idiots, that could also potentially harm other people, which I guess in hindsight are also idiots. So let's say somebody posts an article that is completely wrong. They can do that and get off scot-free. They have the right to be wrong essentially, which you should have, but it makes me cringe.
It kind of does. Like, to for I was just waiting for me to hop in a little bit, but to explain this, like on Facebook, for example, people that say things that or post things that aren't very, you know, ethical or logical or make sense, stuff like that, and then like you look at it and you're like, do you realize what you just said to a mass group of people? Facebook, if you're on Facebook, majority of times to your family, and
No.
it's just like, do you have any common sense of how you affected others? In Kevin's sense, he says how the world is connected. I feel
Mhm.
like, yeah, the world's connected, but also it's very disconnected at the same time thanks to social media.
Hmm.
And my kind of stance for that is, because of social media, people don't know how to interact with others in terms of mannerisms and like generosity and appreciation and whatnot. And it's just like, how we understand the internet. When you go into the internet, it's just like you're wasted here. But it's like, let's say you go. I'm going to use Facebook a lot because that's what I'm on majority of the time. You go to Facebook and you go to this. You follow this one thing, Marine Corps, because you want to be down the clown, or I should represent Dylan, Navy Corps, and you're down the clown for that and whatnot. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to the Navy, or I support the Navy and whatnot. And then someone puts a post on the Navy, and you like someone's like puts a post and it's genuine. You're like, yeah, that's cool, whatever, that's cool. And then you read the comments and you see this one. It's just like, as we were talking about, one stupid comment, and just like I feel like people forget that A, they have a mass majority against them. B, they just offended a whole almost society of people that very well support this. And C, they look like a dumb fuck, as I've been saying a lot. And it's just
Yeah.
like, I feel like people don't understand that.
Right.
Yeah, there's
I
also a call to be some kind of social justice warrior. And of
right.
course, that's preference, whether you're for what they're saying or not.
Mhm.
But a lot of the times that gets convoluted and people just do it for the sake of making people mad. It's
Right.
the internet.
It is. But
And
that's not the worst part that pisses me off. Let me just say real quick. It's the part that people like when someone says that stupid comment, and then a whole bunch of other people hop in on that stupid comment, and it makes it stupider, and they're actually serious about it. I feel bad for whoever is following this idiot.
right, you just feel sorry for everyone that's an idiot. You know what makes the social media
All right,
a lot
okay,
worse?
wait. Because
What?
we're idiots to an
Right.
extent. We're talking about legitimate stupid people.
You're talking
Right.
about dumbasses.
Yeah,
Exactly.
dumbasses. We'll say dumbasses. Now, you know what makes the social media just worse? The repetitiveness and how dumbasses are broadcasted everywhere. How many times have you gone on Facebook and heard these nuts in one day?
Mm.
These
Oh
nuts.
Oh Lord.
And
Mm.
your
You
brain goes
cannot
to
you
shit.
cannot go on Facebook. You cannot go on Twitter. You can't go on any other social media and swear to God that you haven't heard that shit at least 10 times in your lifetime.
It's
I don't know
called
what
the.
you're talking
It's
about. That's
it's
the
called
greatest
the.
thing ever.
It is.
I heard
It,
that
it's
thing more than 10 times.
literally when that. The thing is, it was old first of all, so it was like, what? Okay, but it's just like it's the cluster effect. It's a bandwagon cluster effect, and people just like, if it's like if I do this one thing, then that'll make me funny, and a lot of times, no, it doesn't. It just makes you look dumber.
And they put
Like
you in
these.
this group of
Mhm.
dumbasses that's always doing it. And you're just like, whenever I'm scrolling through Facebook, I swear I see emotional posts, these nuts, and then I see a whole bunch of other stereotypical shit that you would usually see on Facebook. See, I would be fine with that if there was a few, like,
Share
I
this
don't know,
picture if you
special
love
things.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Like that.
I die hard love Jesus.
But I'm
like,
not gonna share this.
Exactly.
There's just like type amen if you like this, and I'm not trying to be on Christians. I find that shit on my profile all the time. I'm like, why is this here? I don't want to deal with this.
Type amen in my comment section.
The
And then
thing
you
that I-
looked, it's just the same thing. Like, why? Why?
It's repetitive and it's tedious. They always repeat the same shit, and it's annoying. You know how many times I went scrolled through and I found one of the things where they say, "Well, this girl was in this picture, and the next day she went missing." Type, comment, or share this 10 times to save yourself, or she'll be at your door next morning. What the fuck?
And I'm like,
gives a
is she
damn
at
about
my door the next morning? I'm gonna slap her with this dick. Anyway,
These nuts.
these. Oh!
No, don't be part of the dumbasses. Please stop.
Okay, the thing I hate the most is when I go to Facebook. We're probably the only people at around our age group that use Facebook still. But anyway, the thing that I hate or dislike the most is when I'm on Facebook and I'm like scroll, and I'm Christian, you know that as yes, you can obviously tell.
That's a good tell.
But it's like I'm on Facebook and it's like, okay, please share if you want. Please share with 12 people, and God will do you a favor. And I'm like, immediately, that's wrong, because God don't work that way.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
that?
he
What's
don't do
that,
no
Ken?
favors. You asking for something.
What's that, Ken? You didn't share? Well, I guess.
Is that like God? Like he's sitting on Facebook and he's just like watching his like eternal screens of Facebook, and he sees me scroll down and he's like, "Oh, that's my NFL right there, Kendrick. What's up?" And it says like, "Share with 12 people, and God will do you a favor." And I'm like, and he sees my face, and I'm like, "No, God would never work that way." And I scroll past. He's like, "Ah, well, no favors for you." And then like I get like my golden seat in heaven is taken immediately.
You would go up there to get judged. He's like, so, why didn't you share me?
What do you mean?
share
Why didn't
me?
I share? Why didn't I
Why
share?
didn't you share me with 10 other people?
Because
Like, it
that's
just
not.
makes him into like an overly attached.
Girlfriend.
I just can't. This whole conversation has been about social media being
Media.
bad. So
Yeah.
I guess to end this,
Like-
because we need to move on,
Yeah.
we are eager to see where social media will take society in the next 10 years. We really are.
Oh, straight down the hole, my friend. Straight down the fucking hole.
I just have one note. Social media isn't bad. It's just the people that
People that
use
use-
social media. Yeah. People that use social media incorrectly make it have the outward appearance of bad.
It's like giving a
So.
monkey an Uzi. All right,
Is
let's move on to.
that a monkey? Is that a monkey with a newt? Kendrick, that's a monkey with a Uzi. Oh my God, that's a monkey. Okay.
Would you rather raise a family with Samuel L. Jackson or raise a family with Vin Diesel?
Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L.
Heck
Jackson.
48% agree with you, though.
What the hell?
Well, Vin Diesel was in The Pacifier, so you know he's a good dad.
Oh well.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Well, what I
Would you rather have a meteoric rise and a painfully hard crash from fame? Oh, okay, so get really famous,
And then like.
have like a hard fall like Charlie Sheen, or
Mhm.
remain completely unknown your entire life.
Unknown.
Well, I can always come, but see, I don't want a hard crash because that's just not me. I guess I'll be sticking unknown.
Like you got to think about what is the hard crash going to be? Like, is it
It
drugs,
says
or
hard
is it
crash
just
from fame.
Like,
from-
does it mean I just see? We're gonna
Fade
try.
out of
See, we
existence?
ask questions so we can try to find loopholes.
No. Then again, you think about it like this. It's like M. Night Shyamalan. I'd rather be unknown. I'm done.
66% say they would rather remain completely unknown for the rest of their life.
There you go.
All right, would
There
you
we
rather be Cinderella or Ariel? Dude, Ariel.
Ariel. Under the
Ariel.
sea.
Yeah, cereal. Ariel. Why did I say
I
cereal?
get sucked the fuck.
On the flip side, the ocean is a scary place.
It sure as hell is. But if your dad is the king of the ocean, then I don't give a fuck.
I don't know, man. There's some pretty scary stuff. But yeah, Ariel is totes hot.
Hog sharks, hobgoblin sharks.
Oh. Would you rather? Oh, wait. No, I've already done that one. If you could go back in time and sign the Declaration of Independence, would you rather sign your real name or sign using a ridiculous pseudonym like Icy Wiener or Mike Roch?
Oh my god, that's so. I would. We would all know we would do. We all know we would do these nuts if we did
Heck
that.
yeah, we would.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm gonna put Mike Hawk. That's what I need. That's all I need right there. Mike Hawk.
It's just like, it's kind of, that's a tough decision right there. I'm gonna, but I want to be recognized as a. Damn
Yeah, you
it,
don't want to be an
that's
idiot.
tough.
You want to be the clownster?
You know what?
Ruined it.
I would put my real name, but have like some joke. Like I put Kendrick, but then I'd forget the R, or I'd move the R slightly up, so everybody be like Kendick. Ah!
Okay, so 61% agree to sign with their real name. Not that one. Not that one. Okay, would you rather be able to freeze time for 1 hour every 24 minutes, or be able to replicate one thing per day that disappears after 24 hours?
It's freeze time. Free time. Yeah.
I mean, every 24 hours, this happens all the time. It's perfect.
I'm gonna eat a candy bar and be like, that was delicious, and it like disappears when I wake up tomorrow morning in my stomach, and then I'm like immediately hungry. I'm not having that.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, it disappears. You can replicate it, but it's just gonna disappear.
You could replicate a woman.
I could and have her for 24 hours, but then I'd be like, wow, I had a very emotional.
79% agreed to freeze time for 24 hours. Okay. Now this is an important question. Would you rather have a cute boyfriend who dated other girls, or have a really ugly boyfriend who was loyal?
No, neither.
For a guy.
I'm not.
Yeah. No.
Like he said, is really important. I'm like, oh, okay, let me sit down. And the second you said that, I'm like, probably gotta stand up.
Was that James? He sounds cute as hell.
No. Gotta stop.
Hey James, you stressing over there? You want me to come over there, massage your shoulders, kiss you a little bit?
Hey nigga, hey, let me send you some emojis. And like, give me your number so I can send you kissy face suck that dick.
Okay, we're not even gonna answer that because we already got so off topic.
Would you rather wear skin tight clothing or wear clothes that are too big?
Skin tight. I want everybody to see this booty.
Skin tight. When I get a boner, everyone gets to see.
No.
Get up in class, you're just like,
look at it.
I'd rather wear like clothes that don't fit me.
You can either become a Tim or you can become a.
Well, that means if those fall off you, man, you're screwed because you're gonna be naked.
Like you're
skin tight.
Have Cthulhu chasing after you. You better you got baggy clothes. You're just gonna oh hell no, man. And your clothes start falling off, and you're like, oh no, I'm naked. And now I'm gonna go somewhere totally dark. I'm gonna stop now.
43% agree to wear only skin tight clothing. Now this will be the last one. Would you rather beat up a 7-year-old or beat up a 77-year-old?
70-year-old.
77?
7-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Wow. This is quite the contrast.
You gotta think because the 7-year-old, you beat him up.
The 7-year-old could be my child, and I could be beaten because he did something stupid.
Well, you gotta think about it. If he didn't do anything, we're just beating our asses for no reason. If we're beating our ass, he's got to think. 7-year-old's going to be fucking traumatized for the rest of his life because you just beat his ass. And but
I'm not thinking that I did something that they didn't do nothing. I'm thinking that they did do something that they deserve it.
Damn it, Kevin.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Don't make me look like a bad person.
Oh, you
I
are
say
a fucking
7-year-old. I had to say
yeah.
7-year-old. Sorry,
I go with
but
77. I go with 77. I mean, the nigga live a good life. He's not bad.
All right.
oh,
70% of the people agree to beat up a 7-year-old.
Serious. That's sad. Wait, did you say 77%, 70 or 77 people?
70% of the
Okay.
people agree to beat up a 7-year-old. So you're in the
Okay.
majority.
Funny.
Anyway, that is all the time we have for today. I want to thank you all for joining me. Ken, James, D'Amico. I said D'Amico.
Dylan! Ah!
And that's a compliment.
Ken. He may be gone, but he's not dead.
And more likely than not, Tim and Summer will be on the next one. They've just been really busy as of lately. So anyway, with that said, good night, everybody.
Night.
Is
Wait.
this-
I have a question. Why the fuck do we say goodnight when they could be
Yes.
watching it at any point in the day?
Illuminati.